Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin by heading outside and chatting with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. He came in earlier and said, it's just hot, hot, hot. Everywhere you go, Thomas, and certainly that's what's happening today.
Yeah, exactly the same as yesterday, with temperatures basically in the upper 80s to pushing 90 degrees even at the moment. I got 91 in Liberty Lake and 90 in Deer Park. If anything, the keen-eyed observer of you all would notice this is actually about 1 or 2 degrees lower today compared to yesterday, but that's not going to have too much effect on the region. Still another scorching hot July day out here, but typically so for this final day of the month. But also, like yesterday, we are tracking the chance for showers and thunderstorms. This time, a bit more organized over southern and central Washington. So we're going to start there on Doppler radar. There is quite a bit of some lightning strikes coming out of kind of the Tri-Cities area and actually moving up towards Moses Lake. So most of Grant County going to get a decent rainfall. This is not as scattered as I initially thought it was going to be. This is quite the solid line of rain, and because of how slow moving this is basically a 1 hour loop just barely crawling. So this could actually be worth maybe 1 or 2 hours worth of rainfall. That would be very much a welcome sight for central Washington. Again, you're going to hear that rumbling of thunder around Othello and eventually in Moses Lake. Will this fire off other thunderstorms? The answer is probably yes, but it most likely is going to be scattered in other regions of the inland Northwest. So we will be keeping a very sharp eye on Doppler radar, much like yesterday, because those first storms, it's kind of who's to say where those storms are eventually going to pop up. It's always random. So we got to keep an eye on Doppler radar, and we'll go more into depth as to where those storms may fire up across eastern Washington or North Idaho. But realize we are in for another hot day with those temperatures in the mid-90s, just like they were yesterday.
All right, my friend, thank you. We do have a traffic alert for you this afternoon here at noon. Here is a live look at I-90 near Liberty Lake. There is a major backup going eastbound on I-90 from Evergreen Road all the way to Liberty Lake. And as you can see, the road is down to one lane, it appears, leaving Spokane. It's also slower in that area for the westbound lane as well. Now, earlier this morning, a semi-truck rolled off the road in the area. So we believe it's likely the cleanup from the accident that is causing some delays right now. But if you're getting ready to head outside, we just wanted you to know what to expect out there on the roadway. All right, Spokane County is searching for a new director for its animal protection service called SCRAPS. And now the city says they want to help make that decision. Now, SCRAPS Director Jesse Ferrari stepped down earlier this month. The Spokane City Council then sent a letter to the county asking to be part of the process to pick an executive director. The letter says SCRAPS is their largest contracting partner, which is why they want to be part of that overall choosing process. In the last few years, there has been controversy between the city and the county because of SCRAPS euthanasia policies.
This creates, I think, a renewed opportunity to strengthen the partnership around SCRAPS, potentially see it continue in a positive way that can regain public trust.
We did reach out to the county, and a spokesperson said they wouldn't be able to comment yet. Right now, county commissioners are on their annual summer break until August 11th. The county said the commissioners will consider the letter when they get back. As for now, the SCRAPS director job is posted and the application process closes in a month. A man who tried to elude Spokane County Sheriff deputies and crashed into a patrol car earlier this week faced a judge. Deputies arrested 40-year-old Matthew Gardner for attempting to elude a law enforcement vehicle and for second-degree assault. The sheriff's office says they were trying to do a traffic stop when Gardner allegedly ran a stop sign and started speeding. Officers chased him through a neighborhood in Millwood. Then Gardner crashed into a deputy's vehicle. Gardner later admitted that he sped away because his car was not registered and that there were drugs in the car. However, he denied intentionally crashing into a patrol car. The Okanagan County Sheriff's Office is investigating what it is calling a, quote, a brutal murder just outside of Tonasket. The deputies say witnesses saw a man lying face down along North Pine Creek Road last week. Investigators aren't saying exactly how the man died, but we know his name was Joseph Dagnan. Okanagan County Sheriff's Office booked one suspect on probable cause for first-degree murder and another for accessory to murder. Chelan County deputies are using some new techniques to look for Travis Decker, the Washington father accused of killing his 3 young daughters. The deputies are back in the Icicle Creek area and are using their swiftwater training to search for Decker. He has been on the run since May after investigators found his 3 young daughters dead at a campground near Leavenworth. The sheriff says the all-out search efforts have certainly strained their budget, but they haven't stopped working. They're using as many training opportunities as they can to keep that search going.
We see the same frustration that citizens, of course the family, our agency's feeling of not getting Travis within the first couple of weeks. And we've heard the critics, but again, we're not the kind of team that gives up. We're going to continue to push on, and he's still very much in our target.
The U.S. Marshals Service is leading the case. Although deputies haven't found anything new yet, they say they will keep searching until they find him. One of the big issues on the primary election ballot right now is the Spokane County Fire District 8 levy. Voters actually passed that levy a few months ago, so some of this may sound familiar, but the vote wasn't legal because votes on levies like this have to happen in certain months. So now voters have to decide again. If the levy does indeed pass again, it will help with staffing to make sure their crews are ready 24/7, and the fire district would be able to bring in 2 new firefighters who had advanced life-saving training.
We always have paramedics coming. The ambulance service typically has paramedics as well. We just want to get that highest level of care to our citizens as quickly as possible.
So here's a breakdown of the numbers. If it passes, the levy would go up 21 cents from 29 to 50 cents per 1,000 of assessed home value. Another proposition on the ballot would raise taxes for public safety measures in Spokane Valley. If approved, it would increase the sales tax on retail purchases by 0.1%. It would make an estimated $2.6 million in 2026. The money would fund law enforcement staffing and retention and pay for safety operations and maintenance. All right, we'll be streaming the election results next week on KREM 2+. By the way, KREM 2+, free to download and watch on your TV. We also have a full list of electoral positions and candidates on our website right now on KREM.com. Washington Senator Patty Murray and other U.S. lawmakers introduced the Restoring Essential Health Care Act this week. It would repeal the federal ban on Medicaid funding for Planned Parenthood. The ban, which is in the spending bill Trump signed earlier this month, puts nearly 200 clinics at risk of closing. That would impact care for more than 2 million people. Senator Murray tried to stop the Medicaid ban in June before President Trump signed the bill, but Republicans blocked the move.